Do we want to go into a niche with already existing popularity, or is it viable to enter a niche and hope you can move people into the niche with ads? So the way Etsy ads works is basically, in short, it's going on the search, it's going on the key terms, right? So it's let's say you're advertising for water bottles, you're selling a water bottle. If people don't type in water bottle, it's not going to show them that ad for your water bottle. So if there's no pre-existing search there, you're not going to be able to convince people with the ads. So it's intent-based marketing rather than just kind of, what's it called? Intent-based versus what? Basically, it's more intent-based. People are already looking for that particular item, rather than with Facebook ads, you're just showing anyone and you're just hoping they'll like it and you're trying to convince them to like your product. Whereas on Etsy, the same way as with Google AdWords, right? When you type in, I don't know, water bottles as an ad will come up at the top, right? Some Fiji water bottles, they'll pay for the spot right at the top. So that's a very different advertising strategy to what like Facebook and Instagram is, where you're trying to convince people that your product's the best, right? And they're not necessarily searching it in. They don't know what they want it. Whereas Etsy ads, your ads show on relevant key terms. So if there's not enough traffic on the relevant key terms, Etsy ads won't even spend, right? You just won't get spend. Just because no one's fucking searching for it. And you won't get sales because there's no one searching for it. So with Etsy, with the marketplace, it's always better to find existing popularity and try and squeeze yourself in there. Or try and find existing popularity, even not necessarily as listings, but as just pure intent to purchase, rather than trying to convince people that this new product's really cool. What you could also do, I mean, you could say like water bottle, and maybe you're selling an energy drink and you could say it's better than water, and that would potentially show up in top of the water bottles. Does that make sense? So you could try and do that sort of thing. But again, it's just not going to be the best because your CTR is not going to be very high. And basically Etsy just won't show your ads if your CTR is not high because they value the experience of the customers they have on the platform. I feel like I gave like a 5-minute fucking response to a 2-second answer, but whatever. What are the advantages and disadvantages between using AliExpress versus CJ dropshipping versus AutoDS? So AutoDS, I'm honestly not very familiar with. I've used CJ a lot in the past, and I've used AliExpress a lot in the past. I actually once, like a couple years ago, got like a top 0.1% of buyers on AliExpress. I don't know, some weird thing came up on my phone once, and yeah, I don't know, whatever. My point is, AliExpress is typically a lot more unreliable than a website like CJ or AutoDS. Used to be, until like 2 months ago, CJ and AutoDS, you used to be able to actually connect it with your Etsy stores. You're no longer able to do that. But normally, like CJ and AutoDS, the service is a lot more consistent. But they are a lot smaller, whereas AliExpress is way better to find products on and then source them on CJ or AutoDS. Typically what I'd recommend is, like, for the first few sales, just pick whatever you think is the best. CJ or AutoDS typically do have faster shipping and better tracking and sometimes better pricing. But it's normally the fastest shipping by default is the best thing about those platforms. And then once you've done that, what I would really recommend after you've gone say 50, 100 orders, I would really recommend to get a private supplier. So you find those in Upwork, Facebook group chats, places like this, you know.